Hi, I'm Melissa Myers from Page Daily TV. We're here at the offices of celebrity nutritionist Tanya Zuckerbrot to talk about her FFactor diet. Hi, Tanya.
Hi,
Good
Melissa.
to see you.
You too.
So, what inspired you to create the amazing FFactor diet?
So I was creating diets for cardiovascular patients to lower their cholesterol levels, for diabetic patients to control their sugar levels, and after 3 months of following my programs, the byproduct wasn't just lowered levels of cholesterol and controlled sugar, but everybody across the board was losing weight.
So tell us, how does the whole diet work?
But on the FFactor diet, the focus is not what you're cutting out, it's what you're adding in. And what are you adding in? Fiber.
Right.
There's a certain amount of carbs that your body can store. Fiber is the indigestible part of the carb. So the more fiber in a carb, the less net carb that gets converted into sugar. So fiber is what allows you to eat carbs without gaining weight, and that is the principle of the FFactor diet.
So it's to eat a lot of fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And how much fiber in a day would you recommend?
It's a great question. The American Dietetic Association recommends that women get 25 to 35 grams of fiber a day, and men need 38 grams of fiber a day. Unfortunately, we're in a fiber deficit. The average American gets only 9 to 11 grams of fiber a day, and that's one of the reasons that we're seeing an epidemic of obesity in this country.
What are some of your favorite healthy snacks?
You know, when it comes to a high fiber snack, you want to aim for any food that has at least 5 grams of fiber or more, and pair it with a lean protein. So fiber and protein keep you feeling fullest for the longest period of time on the least amount of calories. So what are some examples of fiber and protein? Well, you could do an apple with peanut butter. We have these high fiber crackers that you could top with some sliced turkey or some sliced roast beef or tuna salad. We can make pizzas on a whole wheat pita. You could do an apple with a piece of string cheese or an ounce of pistachios with some dried apricots. But there are numerous snacks that combine those two nutrients, and most of them are portable, where you can keep them in your desk, so it's not something that takes a lot of preparation.
What's a great way to increase fiber in our diet? How do you suggest that we do?
Well, it's true. Since most of us are not getting enough fiber, that's why we're hungry all the time. So I have some really simple swaps that you can make at almost every meal to boost the fiber intake. So if you're having Special K for breakfast, which has 1 gram of fiber, I would recommend switching over to a cereal with at least 5 grams of fiber. Fiber One or All Brand each have 14 grams of fiber in a half-cup portion. And if you want to boost the fiber at breakfast, mix that cereal with a cup of yogurt and a cup of raspberries. That's another 8 grams of fiber. You're at 22 grams of fiber before lunch.
That's amazing.
Okay, at lunch, chicken noodle soup, no fiber. Instead, swap out for a bean soup, like a lentil soup. You just got another 8 grams of fiber. Rather than a sandwich on white bread, switch over to whole wheat bread. There you can get another 5 grams of fiber. So you can see there are very simple, easy ways of getting out the refined carbs and replacing them with higher fiber alternatives.
That's great.
For more great fashion and lifestyle tips from your favorite celebs and experts, go to pagedaily.com.